Given everything that Christina just laid out for us, given your channel checks, do you think that the sector is nearing a bottom, or do you think that there is further to go in terms of weakness in these names?
Yeah, so I think from a fundamental perspective, what Christina laid out is exactly correct. That there are concerns that the weakness on the consumer side is going to affect enterprise and cloud demand. And certainly, I have run into some data points that suggest not so much cloud, but that enterprise demand is going to fall off. And so fundamentally, I think there's still room for conditions to worsen. When you look at the valuation of some of these stocks, though, something like a Micron, where books in the low 40s, you can certainly make a case that the downside is limited here.
Are there certain places where you think the picture looks a little better than others? Obviously, all chip stocks aren't created equally. Are there certain areas that you do see some optimism, some bright spots?
Yeah, so we also have a backdrop where you have a bunch of larger trends in semiconductors that are causing share shift, that are creating longer-term opportunities. So certainly on the server side of things and the PC side of things, I think the AMD story is all about share gain. The actual market matters less than how much share they can take from Intel. I see them as well positioned over the next 2-3 years to continue to gain share. Similarly with TSM, they are a beneficiary of ARM gaining share. They are a beneficiary of AMD gaining share. They're a beneficiary of some of these larger trends in tech, like the growth in AI, where they're supporting NVIDIA. And so I certainly think there are share gainers that will continue to outperform even in a market downturn.
You mentioned, Matt, NVIDIA. I just wonder how that is looking at this point in terms of this big reckoning. It's down more than 50% from its highs. The valuation on the surface really starts to look more reasonable at these levels compared to, how towering it was not that long ago. But so much focus on price cuts in some product areas and maybe just a loss of momentum in some of the key end markets. What is your take currently?
So I think NVIDIA is still well positioned on the enterprise side where they've been short product. I think they're still short product. That's getting to be about half their revenues. The concern right now is gaming, and it's not so much the price cuts. Those cuts are at their customers, the board makers. Rather, it's simply volume, particularly with cryptocurrency demand falling off, and their GPUs are certainly used in mining. It's a bit hard to determine how much of their product goes to mining versus gaming. I think that is a concern until Wall Street gets a clearer understanding of exactly how much of that revenue stream is at risk. I think it's going to be hard for the stock to work.
And there's little historical precedence for how all of these crypto aspects will play a role. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.